If you ever thought conditions at your job were harming your health, you're likely to be right. And the proof is stacking up stronger than ever. I was in that situation a fair few years ago. I was working at a newspaper where the situation was oppressive. But my own situation was such that I couldn't see a way out. Basically, I had to keep slogging on. Eventually, a doctor diagnosed me with depression, but I refused to take his pills because I thought that would lead me down a medication rabbit hole that I did not want to enter. In hindsight, I think I was right. A few years later, writing for the late great Vox Political website, I published findings by NICER, the National Institute of Economic and Social Research, showing that firms that left their employees feeling tense, depressed, worried, gloomy, uneasy and miserable were likely to suffer low productivity and high dropout rates. Conversely, the research showed it paid to invest in job satisfaction because that produced higher productivity and profitability. I wrote at the time, "People on the absolute minimum do not feel valued. They consider their employers to be taking more than their fair share of the profits generated by the company where they all work together. They feel undervalued and demeaned by the fact that they have to claim state benefits in order to survive. Their health may be put at risk because they may find themselves having to work ridiculously long hours just to make ends meet. Their work starts to suffer and they may end up unemployed either for health reasons or because the company is suffering as a result of workers turning in substandard work." The company makes cutbacks. Its bosses don't want to take a pay cut, so they cut corners elsewhere. The workforce diminishes and the quality of the product suffers. In time, the firm's contribution to the national economy dwindles if it doesn't go to the wall altogether. Its tax and national insurance contribution plummets. The government finds itself paying in-work benefits for increasing numbers of people, and unemployment figures skyrocket. Employers and workers do not provide enough money in taxes and national insurance to pay the bill for public services, so these are cut back and borrowing increases. The nation goes into a debt spiral. It's bad news, isn't it? At the beginning of this month, April 2026, I wrote on the Whipline website that young people in the UK are more likely to leave their job for health reasons when they work in insecure, low-paid sectors, according to research by the Trades Union Congress. It said expecting young people to take up insecure, physical, inflexible work when they are facing a disability or mental health problems is futile. Too often these jobs don't work and they don't last. The situation isn't just limited to young people though. I wrote that poor quality jobs don't just suppress morale or productivity, they actively push people of all ages out of the labour market altogether. Now I've had this confirmed by the Health Foundation think tank, which has said the proportion of our lives in which we enjoy good health is falling, partly due to working in poor jobs. The research shows the fall in healthy life expectancy aligns with visible pressures, such as those that push large volumes of people out of the workforce. Insecure work conditions, stagnant wages, and rising in-work poverty correlate strongly with mental illness, chronic stress, and long-term health conditions, the research said. The rise to 2.8 million working-age people too sick to work fits this pattern. But successive governments have done little to turn the situation around. Well, it doesn't take much. All the politicians have to do is incentivize bosses to improve job satisfaction for their workforces. If those workers become happier, they'll be more productive, Their firms will be more profitable and pay more tax, and this will free the government to invest in preventative health schemes. The only element missing is the will to get started.